Hey everyone, it's Maximilian, and this is the second part of Mount Moon. After realizing that I recorded for far too long, I realized I was going to have to split this up into 2 episodes, so I apologize for that, but this is the second part of it. We are almost to Cerulean City, and I am very anxious to get myself a Mew. I know a lot of you have been asking for me to do that, and be patient, we will get there. It's either going to be in the next episode or the episode following. So, just give you a heads up there. This is actually the only wild encounter that I'm putting in this segment of the video because it's a Clefairy, and I figured I might as well take advantage of this opportunity if I'm going to go for a catch-em-all playthrough. Because Clefairies are so freaking hard to find in this game. So, we're gonna get it right now. And, kill Pikachu. Because Clefairy's Pound is surprisingly good despite the fact that it's 4 levels below my own Pokemon. It's kind of impressive. I don't know, maybe Clefairy's a bit stronger than I thought. I think I wasted about 2 or 3 Pokeballs on this one Pokemon. And then I think I actually tried down being on the emulator keyboard on the final time, and it worked. I'm back to my old habits again, even though I know for a fact that does absolutely nothing. I'm still find myself doing it. See? It worked that time. It worked that time. Gosh, I don't know. Superstition, be it as it may, it still worked. That's kind of funny. The one time I actually tried it, it worked. And I'm going to skip over all the footage of me healing my Pokemon at the Pokemon Centers or going to Pokemon Marts and buying crap, because you don't need to see me walking back and forth between Mount Moon and Pewter City. And I just cut out every other wild battle in here. That's why I'm just running without finding anybody. Trust me, this doesn't happen in the game. And there's Butterfree growing a level from fighting something. I don't know what I thought. It's probably a Zubat. By the way, I hate Zubat, in case I didn't mention that enough in the last video. Because you run into about 100 million of them every time you walk through a cave, and it's just so annoying. I wish to God they sold Repel this early in the game, but they don't. Because they're dumb. Oh, and this guy is probably one of the hardest trainers you will encounter early in the game, because of his level 16 Raticate. Because it's a Rattata's evolved form, it gets a huge boost to its attack stat. And it also has the attack Hyper Fang, which I can't remember exactly how the attack damage is calculated, but it's usually a one-hit kill if it ever lands one of your lower level Pokemon. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think I went through at least half the party here trying to kill it. Like, there's Charmander gone in one hit, which is total bullcrap. And for being paralyzed, this Raticate really never stayed put. It was so dumb. I absolutely hate fighting this guy every time I come up against him. I mean, he is avoidable, but I make it a point to fight every trainer I can in this game. Just because you get a lot more experience that way. And I mean, that is what the game is for, right? If you're just going to skip over it, I mean, what's the point in playing the game? But, let's see, this episode's actually a little bit shorter than 15 minutes. I tried to keep the cutting consistent with what I did in the last episode, but it still ended up at over 11 minutes, so it's still a fairly sizable amount of time. I just spent the last 2.5 hours or so editing, cutting, and uploading the video, the first video, so now I'm going to spend another 2 hours or so commenting this video, rendering it, and then uploading it. Oh boy, it's going to be a long night. The things I do for you people. Anyway, I'm going to deposit my Clefairy here, and I know it seems kind of dumb to just get rid of a 6th Pokemon in your party. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have it? And the fact of the matter is, I know I'm never ever going to use that Clefairy, so I figure I might as well just dump it in there, because there could be a time when I want to catch a Pokemon that I really want to use, so I may as well just leave room for it. But yeah, I'm stocking up on some items. Escape ropes are very good in this game, like very, very good. A lot of people, including myself, severely underestimated their value when we first got this game. I would just find myself tossing them most of the time, and then I realized how good these things actually were when you could actually get to a Pokemon Center immediately. and not have to walk through the rest of the cave to get there. Because I don't use items very frequently, even on long treks like this, I'll just find myself going to a Pokemon Center because it's free. So, yeah, I mean, they're very good items. Definitely stuff worth keeping and stuff that you should use wisely. They're a little expensive early in the game, but they are totally worth it. There's, I believe, one more Rocket Trainer up here. And then we get to fight the Super Nerd for Fossil. And I'll fill you in more on what happens later. But yeah, just gonna beat up on this last guy. I mean, aside from the one Raticate trainer, the rest of the Rocket trainers are a joke. Their Pokemon are very generic, very weak, and it's just basically experience whoring is all it is. Not really much you have to do in order to do well in this game to beating the Rocket trainers. I don't know if there are any ones that are actually difficult aside from that Raticate one. They're all just very straightforward. As long as you have a balanced party, I mean, you could take down anything they throw at you. It's really not that difficult. Well, yeah, we're gonna beat this guy up here with my Magikarp. Psych. Switch over to Butterfree. We have almost got Magikarp to where he can actually attack the defending Pokemon. Almost. That's kind of sad when you have to get a Pokemon up to level 15 before it can actually do anything. And honestly, from a programming standpoint, why did they even put Splash in the game? I'm still not sure. It doesn't do anything. It never does anything. It seems like a waste of a move. I mean, why don't you just not give it a move or something? Just tell them, like, this Pokemon can't fight until level 15. It's just stupid. So stupid. I think in later versions of the game, Magikarp actually gets Tackle earlier in the game, or earlier in the levels. I'm not sure about that, but I'll generally go for a Magikarp anytime I play this game because Gyarados is just so powerful as a water type. And if you don't choose a water type starter, he makes a great replacement. Probably, I'd say, even better than Squirtle would end up being as a fully evolved Blastoise. But that's just my opinion. I'm kind of partial to Charizard. He's been my main man ever since I got this game. I think I picked Bulbasaur once, and that was just boring as hell. Because Bulbasaur's the dumbest of them all, honestly. I find myself going back to Charmander time and time again, because he just looks so much better. There's just no getting around that. And, let's see. Gosh, it is so late at night. I think I'm probably just going to stick to one episode a day, because after experiencing what it's like to do 2 in a day, it's a lot of time to edit all that video out. The gameplay doesn't take that long, but it's all the editing that comes with the gameplay that soaks up a ton of time. And I think I'm just going to have to stick to one video at a time. I'm sorry if you guys are addicted to this and you need to see more, but that's all I can put out with a reasonable schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this as much as possible. I mean, don't hold me to it, because school could get in the way, life could get in the way. Pretty much anything can just throw a roadblock in the middle of this little project of mine. But I'm going to try my absolute best to keep this up on 1 episode a day basis. So, yeah, making use of those antidotes that I picked up along the way and never really got to use. That's kind of convenient. I absolutely hate it when I buy items and then never end up using them, because you think you could have just invested that in something much better. It's kind of like buying something really stupid when you were a kid. I don't know, like Beanie Babies. I know those were a huge thing, and I kind of remember, when you think of all that money that you spent on it and you could have saved for something else that you want right now, it just irritates you. But yeah, here I'm about to do something really stupid. I mashed the A button, not thinking at all, and I picked the wrong fossil. I picked the wrong fossil. And I haven't cut any of this out. Like, I literally sat there for a good minute just cussing my brains out, thinking, oh crap, I picked the wrong fossil. After all of that, I picked the wrong fossil. And I know a lot of you wanted to see Kabutops as one of the Pokemon in the Elite Four, so I'm thinking, well, I'll just go with the Dome Fossil because that's usually what I get anyway. But I am so sorry about that. But there's still hope. If the Mew manipulation works, then I can still get a Kabutops if it's one of the top 4. But I'm so disappointed in myself that I picked that one because Omastar is just so bad compared to Kabutops. I like it much better than Omastar. I was so disappointed in myself. But yeah, we just hop over a few ledges, grab this Pokeball up here, which contains a TM04, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Whirlwind. Then we're going to head on into Cerulean and heal our Pokemon. I don't know why I just walked back and forth like that right there. I don't know what I was looking for, but it wasn't there. But yeah, now that we are in Cerulean, we are ready to do a few things. We are going to pick up an Abra. We're going to go through a rival battle again, the Nugget Bridge, and then we're going to get a Mew and just whoop up on Misty. Gonna give her a nice little gangbang with Mew and company. Alright, look forward to putting up the next episode, and I will see you all later.